remember a few months back when I unboxed and cussed over the Steakager? Well, I'm finally getting around to using it. That's this time on. The Steakager. It's supposed to take meat and dry age it, which pulls out about 20 to 25% of the moisture in the meat and causes the meat to become tender and break down more from the connective tissue. So it takes a good piece of meat and makes it more like filet. Takes anywhere from, who you listen to, takes anywhere from 12 to 28 days to do that. Other people have kept them for 100, 104, 300 days. I mean, you know, years. But as I understand it, 28 days was the standard for, because you get a crust that forms on the outside of the meat, and 28 days supposedly was where you got the best of the breaking down of the tissue and stuff, but you got the smallest amount of crust, so you didn't have to cut off so much. What I have here is a beef loin from Costco. I'm gonna cut it in half, and this is one of the trays that goes into the Steakager. So you got to make sure you got enough room around it for air to travel around, so you get that convection or that drying capabilities. So I've got this out so I can know how big I can make the cuts. So I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to cut off 3 steaks, because one's going to be a control. I'm going to vacuum seal it, throw it in the freezer, and wait till 21 or 28 days is up, pull it out and cook it along with one from the dry age, because of the same thing, that to see which one tastes better, if either one does. The other 2 are going to go, I have a way, what do we call a dry aged hack. It only takes 4 days. You're not really dry aging it, but apparently it tastes more dry aged than not. So we're going to use those other 2 pieces to dry age one and not dry age the other, just so we have a taste comparison. So that's what I got to do right now, is get this sucker open. So I shall do that now. Probably should open it from the other end, because it's the wider end, but when have I ever done anything easier? I'm talking right now, so I can fast forward. It's a big old piece of meat. I'm going to have to put some sticky stuff on that so I can turn that handle. Okay, I'm going to let that get some paper towels and blot that dry and throw this away, and we'll be back to cut it up. Okay, we're back. Cleaned off the meat. Now I'm gonna cut her in half. One there. Right there. There we go. That's a nice piece of meat. now take, about the same size. I'm going to take a inch off, inch and a, well, 2 inches off one and 1 inch off the other for those other steaks. So I'm just 3 1-inch incisions. Using my trusty little ruler that's built in here. That's hard to get through. Still a little cold. Okay, here's the 2 different pieces of meat that are going to get dry aged. And here are the 3 1-inch that I'm going to use. One's going to be the control, one's going to be, another's going to be a control, but for one's going to get dry aged in the refrigerator for 4 days. One of them will be ziplocked and frozen, or actually vacuum sealed and frozen until these come out. One will be put in the refrigerator for 4 days to simulate dry aging, and then one will get ziplocked and put in the refrigerator for 4 days to compare to the 4-day dry aged one. Alright, well, before I put the meat in here, I guess we ought to give another tour of this very delicate machine. Okay, here's the Steakager. Here's the brain of the Steakager. Tells you how many hours, what the humidity is, and what the temperature is inside, and how many hours it's been inside or been dry aging. So over here is a charcoal filter. There's a fan. There's 3 fans in it. This is a fan that pulls air out of the inside and blows it out and blows it through the charcoal filter so that it won't smell up the refrigerator. There's that great little crack that fell from here to the ground and broke. It said the only thing that saved it was the decal, or it would have fallen apart. Alright. You can probably hear the fans going. There's 3 of them. 1, 2, and then 3 over here. This one is the one that blows outside. These other 2 are the ones that circulate the air inside so that you get the good convection going. You can see in the back there of it, you can see the blue light that kills any bad things in there that could cause the beef to go bad. And that's basically it. I forgot to mention, there's a salt packet that you put in the bottom for at least the first 10 days, maybe all the time, to soak out a lot of the moisture. So this will go under the bottom rack. You can't see it, but man, it's just got regular old salt in it. Nothing special like you would expect. Here's the other end of that display. Just had the door open for a while to get all that stuff in there, so it's up around 52 with 54% humidity. Up here indoors it's 78 degrees upstairs with 19% humidity, so we'll see how it works. That's going to be it for this part 1 of my Steakager New York strip dry aging. Check back next week when we dry age just a single steak for 4 days to see how it comes out. That's it for this edition of the Gadget Griller.